The way that we start with the perfect representation of that idea of a minority of the population will fight for good, a minority of the population will fight for bad, and the rest just align with whomever they want, just make the decisions that they find good for themselves. Perfect representation. Perfect way to start the episode. Hello everyone, my name is Joe. Welcome back to the channel of Delusional Theories, where we review all of your favorite TV shows and where my hair can't go in the right place. I have a lot of hair growing from everywhere in my head, so I'm currently dealing with this kind of shit. Look at that. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my name is Joe, and that's what I was saying. And listen, this is all you need to know about me. When Ellie was playing the guitar to Dina, my screen froze and I literally said out loud, "Oh, come on, don't do this to me now, the lesbians are playing." Honestly, I don't understand how anyone can throw hate at Bella for being the wrong casting choice for this role. They are amazing as Ellie. Maybe this is my bias from not coming from the games. I never played the games, never watched any walkthroughs. I have no idea what the story in the games is. I love Ellie. Bella is doing such a great job as Ellie. I have no idea where everyone is coming from saying that the casting is wrong. It isn't. And this is going to be my little 2 cents about this, okay? An adaptation is not the story, the origin story. If they were going to do the original story, they would have to make it like a game, completely like the stuff you played in the game. It's not. It's an adaptation. It's a TV show based on the game. And from what I've been hearing and reading and whatever, it's a pretty faithful one. So to say that the casting is wrong just because they couldn't find a picture perfect person to play the role of Ellie, the essence of a character is not distilled in their face. Have we all forgotten what acting is? It's not about how pretty you are. It's not about how well your features resemble the character you're supposed to be playing. Like, it's about the essence of who you are and what you bring to that character and how you bring them alive. And listen, from everything that I hear, everyone talking about who Ellie is in the game, that's exactly the essence that I get from Ellie in the TV show. So I don't know where y'all are coming from. I heard someone saying that it's just a bunch of dudes who wanted a really hot Ellie and they got a person instead, like a real person without what they call the iPhone face. More of you need to be watching UK shows, is what I think. Anyway, Ellie and Dina walk into the WLF and Scar mess, and they are chased by the wolves because they walked into some sort of ambush to them by the Scar people. And eventually they are run off by the wolves. We knew this from the preview. They got them infected and are run off by the infected. We saw this in the preview. Ellie is bitten. We didn't see this in the preview, but we could have inferred, and we did infer if you watched my preview analysis. And we have the moment where Dina points the gun at her because she thinks she's infected and she doesn't know that Ellie is immune. And then the thing plays out. And I was thinking in my mind, Ellie, girl, why aren't you showing her the scar of your previous fights? 2, at least. But anyway, they resolved it in their own way. By the end, you know what I found so silly? Is that when Dina realized that Ellie was in fact immune and that her little bite was not, getting infected, Dina said, Ellie, I'm pregnant. And for some reason, that was the biggest aphrodisiac for both of them because they just got it on right then and there. That was so silly, but they're so cute. Like, when Dina, like, I know they are going forward with this, whatever. I know they're doing this. I mean, it's the whole story of season 2. I know they are going to continue to go search for Abby, but in the back of my mind, in the inside of my little heart, I was thinking, okay, now that Ellie knows that Dina is pregnant, maybe they will go back. Maybe they will go home. Maybe they will focus on loving this child and not seeking revenge for something that will never end this goddamn cycle. But no, they go forth, and I will talk about the trailer in another video, but Like, if Dina dies, I will revolt. Like, I already thought this, but now that there's a potential for the luckiest child in the world, like, think about it. This child is gonna have one dad, apparently two dads and one mom, but one of the dads is Ellie. So it's the perfect ratio. It's the perfect ratio because it's like one dad, one mom, and then one person that could potentially be dad or mom. Isn't gender identity so fun? But yeah, we need to talk about those assholes, the WLF, the wolves, the wolvies, if you will. Yes, sir? What do you mean, yes, sir? You know what they're doing is wrong. And then Scar got what he deserved, and then he called him an animal? I think we know. I think we know which side of the Israeli genocide towards Palestine this is meant to represent. I think we know. And then in the ambush, when the WLF dudes arrive at the scene of the slaughter of their friends, and the dude says, I don't care what Isaac said, kill them all. I don't care if it's an adult. I don't care if it's a child. I don't care if it's a baby. I need you to wonder which side this is supposed to represent. I just need you to wonder. And I could talk about this for ages. I could make hour-long videos about this bullshit. But this is what I'm gonna say about this. When Isaac is in the kitchen torturing the Scar dude, and by the way, I don't know the lore. And I don't think it matters to know the lore. Because Isaac literally says, yeah, we killed your children because you killed our children, because we betrayed the truce, whatever, because we betrayed you then, because we did this and we did that, and it never ends, and no one even knows who was wrong in the first place. We're fighting a conflict. We are fighting each other. We are hating each other. We are torturing and killing each other. And none of us even know how it got started. This is very much giving House of the Dragon season 2. It's very much giving, it doesn't really matter who was wrong or right. I hate you because I was taught to hate you, because the people who raised me taught me to hate you. So it doesn't really matter what started it. It doesn't really matter if it's right or wrong. I just want to win. Honestly, seeing these two big ass themes being explored in a TV show, in an action adventure TV show about zombies, pretty well done work. Because seeking revenge for the sake of revenge, not even questioning if this is healthy for you, if this is the right thing for you, knowing farewell that you won't break the cycle of violence and abuse, and fighting for the sake of fighting. Fighting for a reason so obscure in time that you don't even remember why it started. Fighting just to win. Isn't this so relevant in today's day and age? Isn't this so on topic for how bullshitty the world is getting? Like, I know no one ever pulls this stuff for like real politics in our very real world, but it's getting scary out there, especially if you're a minority, if you're a woman. It's getting scary as shit out there everywhere, like literally everywhere. A few countries are coming out on the other side, like Canada or Australia, but like in Europe, it's scary as shit. Like, we have elections coming up in a couple of weeks, and it's scary as shit. You guys wouldn't believe the bullshit that is happening. Everyone is so scared of the future that they are looking towards the people who give them the easiest solutions, even if they are not possible or plausible at all. Like, we have a far right-wing party right now, and they were involved in scandals involving pedophilia, and they are still rising on the polling. And there's this movement of women in my country that post on TikTok that they're going to vote for this political party, a political party that defends that a 10-year-old child who is assaulted does not need to get an abortion. Women are proudly saying they will vote for these people. It's scary out there, guys. And honestly, I just appreciate a show that can actually have these discussions, even if it is very, in between the lines, have these discussions about how absolutely inhumane it is to, continue these cycles of violence, want revenge for the sake of revenge, define yourselves in opposition to something instead of in favor of something. Because that's the entire politics in my country. And I can imagine in a lot of other countries, it's just each political party defining themselves in opposition to some other political party, and it's annoying to shit, and nothing ever gets done. And all this just to say that I'm really scared of the future, and watching certain media kind of allows for a little bit of catharsis, because it's nice to know that people are like witnessing certain reflections, but also I'm getting to a point where I can't consume certain types of media. I'm getting to a point where certain pieces of news, I just, like, recently my Instagram has been getting some posts about the upcoming Met Gala, and I just don't care. I don't give a flying shit about the Met Gala. I wish it burned down to the ground so that people could actually focus on what's really important. Okay, you guys, I just realized I don't have enough thoughts and opinions to make a whole video just analyzing the preview, so I'm gonna give you the gist of what I think from the preview in this video right now. We saw in this episode the Scar guy telling Isaac, it's really funny that you say we're not going to win because, a lot of wolves defect to the Scars, but no Scars ever defect to the wolves. Why is that, Isaac? And we see a conversation about one of the wolves like executing his own man, so like wolf killing wolf. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be like a perfect example of the wolves defecting to the Scar and then still infiltrating the wolves, still being inside their ranks as guards or whatever, all the while working for the Scar people, which will be very interesting dynamics. And the lady says, if it's war, it's war, or is it going to be war again, or something like that. And I mean, we already saw the explosions and folk and smoke in the horizon, so maybe it's already happening and we just haven't seen it yet because we're seeing Ellie and Dina's perspective through it. And the other thing is the goddamn air, because a wolf team found a basement completely cleared of infected, but it seemed that the air was infected. And then we see we see baby girl Ellie walking down to the basement, potentially the same basement, potentially a different basement, and she finds this place full of infected kind of nature plants, and there's this one person sitting down completely blending with the nature of the infected basement, and she she breathes out spores. And in my mind I was thinking, oh, are these spores infected? Is the infection now passed through the air? Because if it is, the humanity in this world are fucked. They're fucked. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying through my political rants. If you've been here for a while, you will know that my videos often contain political rants. I'm a very woke kind of person, very leftist kind of person, very feminist, intersectional feminist kind of person. So that's the kind of ride I'm gonna go on my videos.